Okay, so at the start of this, right? At the start of the run, just for some context here, I have an 8-ball command, right?
Yes, that look good.
And if you like, look at the 8-ball command here. Oh my goodness, I actually can't like move my mouse over the screen. If you look at the 8-ball command, right here, right? I said give me 18, yes or no. But I meant to say give me 28, and it said no. And then the next one it said looks good. Right, so the 8-ball predicted this run. It's just like a heads up. 8-ball predicted. But anyway, we can skip ugly cutscene. We can skip this. I got the Ajolo pen out. You know what? I need to change the color. It's on yellow. Yellow's disgusting. It needs to be on pink. Pink's the color. Okay, sure. Boy, 8-ball. Yeah, you know what? 8-ball predicted it.
GP skip. It's a scam.
I don't know if I need to be quieter because I didn't really prepare. But
give me 18. Yeah, give me 18.
Yeah, shut up. Shut up, me.
I'm gonna beat him.
Me's too annoying. But
No Halo.
no, this is just a casual start to the run. There's nothing more to it. I will like point out things.
Give me 18.
This is kind of boring. I need to look at this. Okay, there we go. Mission accomplished. Also, my camera's probably hacked. But anyway, okay. Yeah, this is like a neat thing, right? This right here. Okay, you can like you press your scope, right, and you want to press Y as like as soon as it pops up. But like as soon as it goes away, like right now, and this is the frame. As soon as it goes away, you can start holding B. If you hold B too early, the animation plays. This is kind of risky, but you can hold B straight away after sprinting out the scope. If you cancel the scope with your Y, as soon as you do that, as soon as you see that you cancelled it, you can just hold B, and you can see that like I've just used up a ton of stamina. It's like the more you use up before the thing appears, the better. But if you hold B too early, you the cutscene plays and you get trolled. So you know, be careful. But that's like a fast thing you can do. But I remember this Stasis not being very good. First of all, yeah, I got trolled. I got trolled. But you know, the more you look out for. No, this is I don't really need to talk about how SOR clip they're set up for it. There's places you can look. But stamina management, want to be full heal, full stamina heal. That's the thing. And walk up this side of the wall. Yeah. There's not much to this, yeah. But like here, you need to keep a straight line. You need to keep it like a real tight line. I like aiming right over this, right over the tower. But like a lot of this starting movement, this comes down to taking a line. Like I like lining Link up with this portion of the castle tower and just like holding forward on the stick. Like don't move the stick at all unless you have to, because you actually not lose time. If you don't stick and commit to your line, you're going to lose time. So try and like commit to your lines, because you're gonna get owned. And lines are very important, especially like at the start of the run. The lines are pretty important.
Keep zooming.
So you can see my angle's not really adjusting at all, although I slightly adjusted here to go more up left. But you have to try and not do that too much. Just keep that straight line. I skip food. Food is stinky. Then I think I skip food. Oh my goodness, Mitchie! Whoa! Thanks for the raid of 16 epic gamers. Oh, I'm stuck in my cables. I'm stuck. Ow. Thanks for raid, Mitchie. Hello, Legami. Legami. Ego. Thank you for the raid, Mitchie. I hope the rest of your stream went well. Thank you for the raid. And thanks for the good luck, Refrosts. I appreciate it. We're doing some... we're attempting to analyze with the PB. The 28. That's what we're attempting to do at the moment. We're trying our best to provide some useful insights Thanks for the follow, King Parody. I appreciate it. But thank you for the Ray Michi. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Okay. Okay, this is a neat thing you can do. Right here, right here, right here. This is cool. Okay.
To be honest. So I could
I don't know who I watch do this, but
big scam.
if you're neat thing you can do. Right. See this jump right here. Link's not like jumping forward, he's whipping his shield out. See, he's whipping his shield out. So what I do is you jump forward and hold left trigger. So if you're jumping forward and you're holding left trigger, right? Link jumps with his shield out. Okay, and then he climbs the wall faster. Which is very important, because if you're not doing that, Link like does this little hop on the wall. And it's kind of slow, not gonna lie. And thanks for the follow, Legamy too. You can see like Link instantly grabs onto the wall here, and then you can just mash X and you get up straight away. Like that's super fast. Okay, that's speedy. If you do that, I think it saves time. But you have to make sure you're like left of the want to be left of this, because if you do it here, you get stuck up here, and then this thing owns you too, and you just get caught, and you have to do an extra hop, and you waste stamina, and then you end up here and having to shield jump down, and that's bad. So like just hold forward and left trigger, jump onto the wall, and you'll save, I don't know, not much time, but it's worth it. And you want to wait a little bit on that shield jump too. Well, I find you get a nicer angle going down the hill if you wait a little longer. Where did I jump? You want to jump just before landing on that patch here, because Link doesn't like the concrete. Concrete bad. Link likes snow. So you want to jump before you hit the concrete. Like just on it, like about here is when I usually jump to avoid like this weird concrete. It's sort of somewhat snowy, but it still like acts like it's concrete. And that slows you down. So you want to jump over that. Some people like to jump here. This is also a section you can jump on. You can jump this too, but I think you have to do it pretty early, because if you like jump now, I think if you jump now you're okay, but if you jump like directly on this, you like end up over here next to the tree, and you have to like detour left more, and you get stuck. You get stuck on the tree trying to pick up the axe if you're not careful. So I press B when I hit the stones, because if you press B, Link will stop. Right, he'll stop right in front of the axe if you're pressing B on the stone. So if you press B on the stone, Link is going to be right on the axe, which is what you want, because then you can get a more direct angle straight up here. Because if you're landing over here, this is where you'd like usually land if you're pressing B. Well, that's what happened to me at least. I know some people are much better at it, but if you're pressing B, if you're like jumping off the shield too late, you're going to end up too far right of the axe, and you're going to have to do a detour. That gives you a nice like run setup to get forward. And you want to move the camera. What you want to aim for here is you want a straight line. Hang on, wait a little longer till the next cutscene, because the next cutscene is a bit important. Yeah, here. I mean, I moved the camera a little bit up, but the camera doesn't matter. Just you need to hold like. I want to like Link to be left of the cliff. I'll try and like show the cliff. See this cliff here? Right there, that ledge. I want Link to be somewhat in that general area, because that's where you want to be. You want to do a straight line there. That's where you want to go. So make sure you're all angled properly, and you just want to hold straight. Don't move. Just hold straight. Yeah, big fan of straight lines. Straight lines are very important. Straight lines are key to stasis time save. But you get through the cutscene. You can hold B during the cutscene, so hold B during that dialogue. So as soon as you come out of it, Link's running. So like, if we frame advance this boy. Well, not frame advance, frame backwards advance. We're getting there, we're getting there, we're getting there. You can see this first frame of movement, I'm already sprinting. That stamina's already going down. So you want to hold B straight out of that. Hold B, hold B. Here, jump over that little yucky ledge. It slows you down. Make sure you cover the whole distance of it. This one's kind of a bit weirder too. But yeah, just shield jump over, and then The key thing about this section is keeping a line again, because
Maybe 10 seconds.
you want to be as close as you can to this wall here. I sort of don't get too close in this run.
And then PB, like this PB.
Like I'm not very close right now, and I curve around too much, but you get the gist. That's okay. And I haven't really mastered this part, but I like to shield jump just before the ledge here and slide down on it. So you need a nice boost of speed off this ledge on the snow. And I jump over that hill. Because there's a hill here. That's a hill. I'm gonna jump over that. It's yucky. Don't hit the hill, because then you lose all your speed. I think there's like a second part you can jump on too, but I don't do that. And then I just hit whack B and jump. But you don't want to do the shield. Yeah, you don't want to do the shield jump forward here, because you're not going to get enough height and you're going to get stuck like that. See, I didn't have enough height when I did the jump, so now I'm stuck on the wall with like a low amount of stamina. I'm stuck on the wall and Link's not climbing up, so you have to like slowly edge your way holding forward. And just to avoid that, like we'll go back to the jump here. You can see I don't get very much height at all on the side of the wall. So you just want to make sure you're getting enough height on the jump on the wall, because otherwise you're going to get owned. Okay, now this is somewhat important. This section here. Okay, I'm going to point out something very important. Okay, don't whistle. Don't whistle at all. Don't whistle until there's like a line here on stone. Like it goes around there. There's a line. And you want to, as soon as you hit this line, that's when you whistle. So you want to whistle from that point onwards, right? You want to hit the line and then whistle. I think you'll like see it here. This is really awkward. I have to like hold two hands, but yeah, as soon as I hit that line, boom, I'm whistling now. Then keep whistling, and then open the chest. And what that does is that gets the Mokoblin's attention at like perfect timing. Now I think I looked at Vivo's run. I think Vivo was showing off his Bokoblin RNG manipulation stuff, and I was like looking when he started to whistle, because he doesn't start whistling straight away, because then they're like, oh no, I'm not in full screen anymore. Quick, yeah, you just want to whistle at that certain spot in the ground.
Be nice, Bocos.
And if you want to point the camera upwards here, because sometimes the Bokoblin, you can actually see them. If you're seeing them with the camera straight up like this in this position, you did it wrong. You whistled too early. That's like a sign. You want to make sure they're out of the camera here, and you know you did the whistle right. That's what I look for.
Be nice.
But,
Be nice.
run straight past him. He's just gonna chill there. But you see, you gotta look out for this. He can still jump at you, because you're in like this sweet spot distance. But he can still attack you. He's not gonna attack. He sometimes does. He sometimes just does a normal attack, but he's gonna jump attack in this range. This is like perfect jump attack range. But this is perfect jump attack range. So you have to be careful, because I saw he's starting his animation now, and so I'm gonna be careful of that. 'Cause that's dangerous.
Yes.
Right, shield, but I see he's jumping, and I'm gonna jump straight away now. See, he's jumping. He's after me. Here to go.
Alright, Bocos.
Straight away. And I think like the best way to do that is just to like get your angle,
Good Bocos.
hold the trigger down, and then do an instant shield surf. Don't jump and then shield surf, just do it instantly. You'll cover more ground if you do it like that. And slide down that little ledge. Where am I aiming for here?
Good Bocos.
I think this section, the snow, is where you want to aim for. There's like a curve downwards here. Like that curve down there, you want to aim for that. If you hit this part, you lose all your speed, and it sucks. Don't do that. That's sad. That hurts. But aim for that general spot there. Sometimes you do get owned if you're too far left or right of that spot. You can see the snow here actually really nicely. Like this section here. That's where you want to go. If you go here, you can lose your speed. That's bad. Bad spot. And that's also bad here. Like a nice sweet spot in the middle. You want to aim for that, and when you're shield surfing, I think it's like this part of the wall you want to aim for. It doesn't look very straight at the moment because of the camera angle, but you want to try and make that a straight line too. But this is a bit trickier. You want to jump that thing, and then as soon as you like hit this is kind of important too, because you want to conserve your momentum here, so you get a nice big hop on the wall. And I jump. You jump as soon as you hit the texture. So slide down there, jump over that hill. Then you want to jump as soon as you hit the stone texture here. Now don't press touch B yet, and then touch B. Touch B after you clear the stone. If you go back a bit more. You want to press X here, okay? So you want to press X here at the start of the concretey stone texture. So you want to hit X, and then up here, that's where you want to press B to cancel it, and then continue holding forward. This like keeps your momentum going forward, and why that's important is because you need to get that double hop on the wall to get straight up. Because you'll see here, I've still got speed. Link's like flying all over the place, and he jumps straight away. Like just straight away jump onto the wall, and Link will do 2 hops here. We'll get like a big hop on the wall. Boom. A nice hop. I don't think I got it. Yeah. I said just that in the video. I said, where is my hop? I kind of got owned. I think I waited too long after jumping. But you want to jump straight away. That's like sort of an error I did. Jump straight away, don't wait. If you're going to wait it out, just keep jumping. I mentioned where was my hop, but that's the sort of spot you want to be in, at least. I remember being like, where's my hop? I actually just said that in the video. Pause. Go away. But get on the wall. I sort of aim just in this area where the white line is. Sometimes it's better to be left of it. Because if you're too far right, you get stuck. You get stuck up here. And you have to whistle. Because you can get stuck. There you go. Okay, that's good. You can actually get stuck here. If you get stuck here on low stamina, you just whistle. You can whistle straight away and just walk up. This is like texture Link can walk on. It's not too angled, but whistle there, and you'll be good to go. Just whistle sprint there. That's important. If you're too far right,
Where was my hop?
you can't whistle here, so you have to slowly walk up, and then again. Lines. Line is important. You want a straight line right here. Another straight line of movement. Oh no, I just drew a dot on the screen. Hey. Another straight line. Again, you want to move your camera around, and you want Blink to be as close to the wall as possible. Because then you're actually saving a bunch of time. If you're close to the wall, you just want to follow the wall around and don't touch it, because Link will climb onto it. Link likes climbing on the wall if you're too close to it, but just close enough that you can. And you can see here that I actually didn't turn fast enough. I should be actually standing here rather than here, because if you cut the corner sharp enough, you can just run straight there. And that's a mistake on my behalf, but these are only little things that just add up after time. But that's something you want to look out for. And again, keep close to the wall, and right here, this lump, you want to walk over the lump, left of the lump. So like this side of the lump, you want to walk over that. Now what this does is, walking over that side of the lump is good. Because as you'll see here, Link is still sprinting. He loses a little, he jumps a little bit. He gets off the ground a tiny bit. So yeah, I get off the ground here. It's like a few frames. You want to try not to get off the ground. I think I was a little bit off on the positioning, but you want to minimize how much time Link is in the air, because you're losing speed forward then. Because that's slow. Being in the air is slow. But yeah, you want to make sure you are sprinting on the ground. And then keep that angle here. Just run on the green part of that wall. And that gives you a nice line straight to get skew. Now I remember the stasis not being too good. That was that was because of SOR clip. But yeah, SOR clip and the hop kind of owned here. And then again, I'm not going to go through much from the setups, but aim of the noodle. Up on the noodle. This noodle. This noodle is your friend. We like the noodle. And then like the target here. I'll go through like a tiny bit of the setup, but this is like each to their own. Link's left foot is left of that brown patch then. That's where you want to be standing. And then after that, oh no, I drew on the screen again. Yeah, we like noodles. Noodles are cool. They want to aim, and then this cross on the map. You can sort of see it here. You can't really tell. I don't know why the video looks so bad. It's in 1080p. I don't know if it's just because I'm super zoomed. My monitor's massive. But there's like there's a little X in the minimap here. There's X's. I want to be on that one there. That line needs to go through it. The indicator line. Go through that, and then you should be all good. But this is all dependent on what skew you have, so don't take stasis. Stasis doesn't work every time.
Stasis.
Okay, Limpcube. What's up, Jeff? Not Limpcube. But yes. Oh, it's like a neat strat thing. I know you're holding left trigger during this cutscene. While you're mashing here, mashing X, you want to hold left trigger.
Go.
Hold left trigger and up, like here. As soon as you hit the black or before the black, left trigger. And hold up left. And then as soon as you see the fade, vanish. This is for every shrine. But as soon as you see the fade vanish, you can actually see Link's putting away his shield now, and you get this like head start. You get this like sprint straight away. If you don't do that, Link stands still for like quite a long time. So you want to make sure you're doing that. That's a bit of a timing base, but as soon as you see the fade finish, just sprint and get the thing. And then again here. Mash, and hold. So you can see again on like the first frame. The first frame I'm using stamina again. So this is like the first frame of movement. Stamina's gone. That means you're sprinting. You want to make sure that's the case after every dialogue of text. And thanks for the follow, Pikachu. I appreciate it. Straight away, just yoink that. Now this is somewhat important. I like aiming. I like running and aiming for the left side of this pole. Here. Just aim for that. This is sort of dependent on how you take your lines again, but take a line, and that gives you like a nice, easy spot to stasis it, because you only got this like small section. And then as soon as, because your camera's lined up that way, all you have to do is just press left trigger and A straight away. And then you're good because your marker's on both sides of this pole. And you can just stasis it then, because that's pretty lenient. And you actually see here that the cooldown's not completely finished, but it's like a UI thing. I don't know why that's the case, but you can stasis it earlier than the actual cooldown runs out. I'm stasising while it's still on cooldown apparently. That's what it looks like, but you can do that too. And then again, corners. Tight corner, boom. Oh wait, I didn't. You want to get around that corner, nice and tight. Like hug the wall. Stasis, the inside of Stasis Shrine is all about hugging this wall and the next one, and the corners. Like hug that wall, hug it tight. That's pretty important. You want to stay as close. I think like it's good to like look at this line here and just follow it along. Just make sure Link's following that line all the way up until you get towards the top. You can start moving left. Then as soon as you hit this section where the ground changes color, swing left and go around that bit there. You want to cut that corner tight too. I didn't do too great of a job then, but you have to sort of recover from that. I want to make another straight line. My camera's really bad at showing this right now, but I want to make a straight line for the left of the corner. Because of the camera, I have to sort of like do this. Left of that corner. Because we can be slightly right of it, and Link will do this weird hop thing, and he gets stuck. That's not good, but I don't know if that happens here. That doesn't happen, but yeah, you want to be like left of that corner. That's where you want to aim. And then again here, another corner. Aim left of this. Oh, I did it wrong. Aim left of the corner. You get the gist. It's sort of hard with the camera angles to do lines, but you want to cut it as hard as possible. You see, I actually walked over it then, and that's good. That's really good. You want to walk over that. That's like as best as you can do it. And again, you want to do another straight line. Stasis Shrine's all about straight lines, and all of these lines are aiming for that spot there. Yeah, majestic lines. Lines are like important if you want like the little time saves at each split. And again, I like whistle sprinting for a little bit here. Like until I get halfway up the stairs and then sprint. Halfway up the stairs here, and then you can sprint. And you'll have a little bit of stamina left in case you act it up. But I'm not really going into stamina management because it depends how you actually do it. Again, shrine, yada yada yada. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to know you want to skip the cutscene as soon as this fades, but I'll go through it once. Yeah.
Bit chilly this morning.
I'm looking for just as soon as the text completely disappears, because I'm very trigger happy with this, and I will stuff it up. Like as soon as that text vanished. The text is completely gone, so you can do it here. But yeah, I want to do it before the text. I want to do it after the text vanishes. You're better off doing it late than early. If you do it early, you lose 10 years of time. And as soon as you come out of this cutscene, okay, hold down on your left stick. Hold down on the left stick. And mash A. Well, B then A. So I want to mash both B and A here. So I want to match both B and A. Like alternate between the two. Or however you just like to mash. Doesn't really matter. But mash A and B here. Camera doesn't matter, I'm just moving around because I'm wild. Because then what happens? You're mashing both here. And then this text box gets cancelled. Why am I doing that? I'll wait for it. So you'll see how it like skips. This is just how the text box mashing works, but so like it skips there. That's when the mash goes through. And then as soon as you notice that the mash has gone through, you want to just mash A. Completely mash A. You're still holding L down. Still holding it down. Left stick is still down. And just keep mashing A at this point. Because then what's going to happen is the first frame. Oh no, I just lost where I was at. Okay, whatever.
We're really close. We're gonna get this 28 soon, gamers. I promise.
Yeah, because then you see like it flicks down straight away, and you can mash, hit the A button, it flicks down really fast. It's like straight away. You see the dialog box is still moving here, right? It's moving forward, and the first frame it's stationary, and you're able to use the UI. It's down. So this is why you have to hold down in this cutscene on the stick, and then just mashing A, and then that skips that straight away. You're mashing B and A, B and A, B and A. As soon as you see it skip, A, mash B and A, B and A, B and A.
Here we go!
We've been playing okay.
Why is there two of me? Because this me is doing a speedrun. Bottom half, bottom me, is analyzing speed. I'm talking over myself. Analyzing the run. Well, what's up, Tay? Thanks for the raid of 9 people. How is your stream, gamer? And what's up, Swiffy? How are you doing? Welcome. Welcome to University of Any Percent. I think you can do both pop. I mean, I'm going with foot. Who told me? I think Vivo or Song said to me to do both. I think both do it. But either way, I can't mash with one finger very well. So then that works for me. Yeah, yeah. I started off with B and then I went to both because it was They're just more comfortable for me anyway. I can't do one finger. And thank you for the host, Link Master. Run died at 1:30. Oh no. Feels bad, man. You got this, Tay. Next time. Yeah, you're VIP now. I made people VIPs who are hanging out because I hadn't changed roles in a long time. You're happy? Do I know why? I don't know why, Link Master. But anyway.
Yeah, soon. Just a matter of time.
Aim B, aim B, aim B, and then as soon as you see it, skip. I do have a YouTube. That's right, Link Master. I usually just go off when I see the text skip and then I press A. I change to mashing A. Because you don't want to press B. B does nothing there.
Got the first 29.
And then again here, hold down. Like as soon as you see the camera change or after that, left stick is down again. Left stick is down. Mashing B and A. And then boom, it goes down straight away. You're doing Odyssey Tour, nice. Doing Meadow Skip and missed it through that. Oof. That feels bad, man. Getting a lot of practice, that's good then. That means you'll get it soon in runs, Tay, I believe. But yeah, the little arrow goes straight down. You see it's moving, right? This is the game going forward. It moves. And boom, you're straight down. Boom. And it's mashing A. It goes away. Then I like to start moving the camera.
At 29, 25. Then at 20.
With them without glasses. Thanks, Tay. And you want to be like left of this rock too. That's where I like aiming Link left of the rock on the camera. I like lining up Link with the left of the rock.
29, 32 on the same day.
There you go. That's a bit better. I was about to say, why is my camera a bit too far right? But yeah, Link's on the left side of the rock. That's where I like to aim, at least, and then you just hold forward. When it's cute without practice, true. I'm glad you like my glasses, Link Master. I probably should be wearing them. But
with crappy Ganons. Kind of
boom, and then you're holding B again after this.
32 on the same day.
Oh, it's a bit hard because you have to go straight from mashing to holding B. That's kind of awkward, but you can do it. And I want to use up all your stamina here because I like whistle sprint half the way. Start whistle sprinting. And then sprint again. Don't want to use up all your stamina because then you can't spin 4 times. You can do it if you're a god gamer, but I'm not a god gamer. Then you get full stamina to do 4 spins in case you stuff it up. But then I like moving Link forward while spinning into this little crevice. I like see Link move forward into the crevice. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cancel. Crouch straight away. I think like you can't really see where you're aiming, but the cliff goes like here and then here, and just in that general direction you can kind of tell where the cliff's gonna be. Gonna be left of the cliff, and don't shoot too high up because then you get too much height. But this is about like figuring out how much height you actually need to get over the cliff. But there's not much to that other than just like a feeling, because you can get like some solid speed and make it over the cliff. But I don't think this one was very good. Yeah, I had a bit too much height. You can see like how much height I had on the boulder. And look at that height. I'm too high. You can like do the angle much tighter than that. You get a higher speed on the boulder launch, and that lands you on the snow pretty quickly. And thanks for the follow. I loaf deck. I'm glad you loaf deck, dude. And then here. Some people I used to Oh no. I used to like go from this angle, then jump up on the cliff, and then climb up here. But I don't do that anymore. I changed. I just walk along here and make an angle with that part. I don't think there's any difference between the two ways to get there that I'm aware of, honestly. But where am I shield jumping?
I'm getting there though.
Here. That bush. I'm gonna shield jump at the bush. You sort of want to steer left though. Make sure you're steering left and jump over that ledge. And then hit B on this ledge here. I say Link slides off of it. Boom. Eat B. And then jump and press the bow button. See, like Link's will bring out his bow now. Because if you jump and then do it, your bow is already prepared by the time you're on the spot. Your bow is already out, and you can just fire away if you get that God Gamer angle. But yeah. Yeah, I'm not really going to go into this setup, but I'll see what I'm looking out for. Link's foot needs to be on the corner of the triangle. That's where I like to look for. I remember this B2B being kind of dodgy, so I'm going to take it with a grain of salt. And then aim for that spot there. You can see the collision. I don't need to look point at that. You jump on flat ground and play, bro. You can actually enter bullet time there if you have enough height. So that's why you have to be careful. Don't pull out the bow instantly after jumping, because you will get bullet time if you're on the ledge on the snow. Because it's like a little hill. If you do it from a little hill in the snow, you will get bullet time, but most of the time you won't get bullet time. I've only ever had bullet time come out once when doing that. What am I doing? I am analyzing Link Master. I'm going through my thought process during the run. Okay, I'll kind of go through this timing. Why though? Because it's fun. Because it might be helpful to some people. Why not? I'll try and like point out what I look for, because this is kind of weird. I don't know if you can see, but there's like a part in snow here. It's like soft snow. This is soft snow. And then there's rough snow. There's rough snow here. As soon as his head hits the rough snow. Yeah, the rough snow. You see his head's like on the rough snow. That's when I jump. But sometimes it messes you up, and it does depend on where you're standing. So I'm not going to go into the setup because it's dependent on each individual person.
I was a bit worried then.
And then I'm here. I think, I don't remember if I got it, but there's a line on the map here. The compass. As soon as the yellow dot goes over the line, or hits the line, you want to unequip the shield.
Okay.
And then re-equip it. And you see, I got a little bit of load then, but if you do it right, you won't get much. And you see, I sort of did it right. You'll like ignore a load, and that's pretty hot. You ignore the load, and then again you want to take a line for the shrine. I like going here. This is a nice spot to climb up. Lines. And then you want to see here a shield jump forward again. The shield jump. You see, like, shield's out. If you shield jump forward into this, he doesn't do a hop, and you can just jump straight away. Hold forward, shield jump, left trigger. Oh my, X, and then you're up. You don't know how to fall damage cancel? Throw your weapon. Wait till it's over Link's shoulder. Unequip. Let go. Well, let go, then unequip. And then there's like other tutorials on YouTube. You can find a tutorial for it, Link Master. I think Limcube's tutorials go through it. I probably won't go through it here because it's kind of... I'm not really like going through the tricks itself and how to do them. I'm more going through the little things. And here, I think I like to jump about here on the stones. I think I look for like this little white patch here. And I jump there and aim directly onto the noodle. We like the noodle. The noodle's important. The noodle's the way to go. And that's like sort of like an instant. Well, it's not instant. I don't do it instantly, but some people do it instantly. But that's from further away. I don't know. That's just the way I do it. I don't instant shield jump there. But you can sometimes slide. You get that slide, but Link's like straight away. He's ready to go forward. Sometimes you actually get stuck, and that's sad, but yeah, do that. Win. ESC. Aha, Tay's brought up a great topic we love. ESC bad, don't do ESC. Do normal clips, you win. Yeah, run to the wall, she'll jump into it. ESC bad, don't do it unless you're a god gamer. I mean, there's not really like a real spot to aim for, but just like in this general area, you can do it. You can tell if you get an bad angle because Link won't be facing towards the wall here. Then this little nipple in the wall. There's a nipple here and there's a nipple here, in between the two nipples. Yeah, it is majestic. Do you remember where's my PB was so good? I only got it on Friday, swirl it. So it's pretty recent. Nipple strat, yeah, you want to look for the nipples. They look like nipples, so you know, aim for the nipples. In between the two nipples. Or like, I usually aim for right of the nipple, but you can sort of do it. Actually, I wouldn't do it left of the nipples, but don't do it this nipple. This nipple's bad, but like this nipple. This nipple's good. Good nipple. That's sort of like, you can get it in between this area, I'd say. The middle of Link's head. The nipple. It's lenient, but it's not, well, it's actually not that lenient, but the nipples. Think about the nipples. They're important. Boom, you're in. Easy clap. Okay. And then again, you're holding left trigger and holding more like this way on this left stick. I didn't do it very sharp then, but you can get like a much sharper angle. Don't do up left, do like more left up on the stick on that one and hold left trigger and then sprint after the fade out. I went through that on Stasis, I'm not going to go through it. Yeah, that's the same strat, just hold more left. Yeah, GG's on doing Ganon better. Majestic, that's Pog you. Skip this. And you're gonna get a dialog box pop up here, right now. Okay, after mashing through this, hold B, and move like, make a line again. A straight line for the left of the wall. The left section of the wall. You wanna be as left to the wall as possible here. Like when you want your Cronus thing to be pretty, that's not a square, pretty left of the wall. When I mean left of the wall, I mean left of this wall, not this wall. It's right of this wall. But like the left section of this wall here. Want to be like in there. You want to place the Cronus thing down and then walk over it, which I sort of do. And jump again, corners, up against the wall, and then left. Against the wall again. Be nice and tight with the corner. And boom, snap. And then again. Left with this one too. Right with that one, I mean. Right with the wall. Just follow the walls. The walls are nice. They're very friendly. Then again, you want to make a line. You can't really see the camera angle very well, but you want to be aiming up here. That's the platform we want, I think. I can't really tell at the moment, but yeah, that's like where you want to make a line to that left half of that wall then, where the shadow is. Again, I place it down and walk forward a little bit, and then shield jump and unequip, and you'll be up. And you can always sort of like cut this corner too, depending on how you land. But you can cut this corner. And cut it and keep left again, or keep right. I don't know why I keep saying left. Keep right of the railing on the stairs as much as you can. Up here, and you're god gaming. And you see, I sort of like veered off to the right. You can actually see, that wasn't very good. I veered off to the right. See, I like make it to the middle as the camera's rotating. That's not good. And then I wiggle more left again. See, there's minimal things here. I'm gonna keep straight. Boom. Magic. And again, skip the cutscene after the text vanishes.
I started to time the frame perfectly.
Then you go now, no text. And you go.
After that, I started at one frame too early. was actually kind of nuts.
And what's up, Max?
I'm framed
How you doing?
perfectly.
And thanks for GG's on the PB. And here you want to be holding B and right on the stick. To be holding. Where's my? There we go. Holding right on the left stick. And hold B to sprint.
Starting time.
And then jump. Shield jump and then cancel it as like keep mashing B while you're in the air.
Is that?
And I like running over the bush. Running over this bush is nice. If you're too left of the bush, these bockos will notice you and be like, oh no. Then there goes your BTB. So be on the bush or right of the bush, but the bush is usually just fine. Line up with here. This is a weird one. I'm not gonna go through this too much, but target. And then this is sort of hard to see, but maybe I'll like, can I change the size of this thing? I can't do. Wait, I'm on the smallest one already. Lol. There's a line on the cliff. That's the cliff line. You want links on his arrow. He's got like his, this is his arrow thing, right? That's where his arrows are. He's got arrows in here. Boom, boom. That's where his arrows are chilling. And there's like this grey line. Diagonal. It's actually not pointing that way. 8-ball this Halo weird champ. Signs point to yes, yes, I agree. It's pointing this way. There's like this grey texture on Link's quiver where his arrows are. I like lining that up with that wall on the cliff. That's sort of my aiming. As you can sort of see here, right there, that grey part's lining up with that line.
A mad lad.
Or slightly left of it. There's a white patch in the snow. I'm not going to really go over this, but you can... The run's in 1080p, so you can look at that if you want to see the setup. The pen sort of goes over everything. You can't see it very nicely.
Nice.
And off you go.
That's cool.
Whee!
Pause
And you
chat.
fly.
I don't have pause chat in my chat. I can't say that.
You
Can't say
win.
that. I don't have it in my chat.
Okay, depending on your angle here, you can do a few things. If you're really low, if you're super low, you need to be pressing B on the pool. Actually, no, hang on, let me rephrase that. Ignore that. If you're super low, risk it for the biscuit and just land in the water. Let the game's momentum push Link into the water. If you're really low. Or if you don't want to do that, cancel like here. This is it. I don't have a low angle, but if you did have a low angle, you can cancel here really like on the floor and you'll get nice height by pressing B. But you want to hit the water. The water's where you want to land, depending on your height. If you're super low, don't fall damage cancel, let Link hit the water. But if you're like my height, where I'm like, I got a decent height, I want to be over the water. And then boom, you mash B over the water. So in case you do fail, in case you do fail the fall damage cancel, you'll be just good. You'll be fine, and you can land in the water, and you won't die. As long as you land in the right spot. But I think, yeah, this was dodgy. This was really dodgy. I got pushed forward. Super hard. And I'm not in the water, so I did it too early on the cancel. And I missed the water. But thank you for the host Twick. For 13 people, what's up gamers? Thank you for the host Twick. I appreciate it. We're doing some any percent PB and then analysis. And hello harm, Zinnig and Twick, thank you for the host. How was your stream? Yes, you have to make sure you're on top of things and doing your full damage cancel here in case you do miss the water, which is why it's very important. Because I actually landed here. If you're landing like this section of the water, I'm on highlighter mode at the moment. If you're landing on that section of the water, wait, why am I on highlighter? Okay. Anyway, if you're landing on that section of the water, you're gonna take damage. So you're only gonna miss. You're not gonna take damage if you're in deep part of the water. But if you're there, you're gonna need a full damage cancel anyway. Yeah, it was scary. That full damage cancel was very tight. So make sure you do the full damage cancel every time in case you do land in the wrong spot. And to try to launch on Goron City. Oh, smile. I'm glad it did okay other than that then Twick. I am good to hear that. And I got unloaded. I got lucky.
Another unloaded. What the?
And again heal. Hang on, I'll point that out to you, Majestic. If you get unloaded, just walk towards the door anyway until it loads. That's what I say. Because if you land, I've had it where I've actually landed here before and it stayed unloaded the whole time I was swimming. I was swimming here and I was walking into here and it stayed unloaded. I've even had it once stay unloaded when I was here. This only ever happened once, but this happens quite often in this section. But it'll stay unloaded, so if you see it's unloaded, just keep walking towards it until it's loaded. And then when it's loaded, okay, you'll be like, oh, okay, I'll just do the normal shrine clip. Because it's like better risking it to get the unloaded than just waiting it out. You're able to finish one. That's good then, Twick. GG's. Okay, I'll go back into here.
In gameplay.
And then again, hold left trigger. And like, if this is your joystick, do it more like up left. And then hold B when the fade out's done. If you're thinking this is like north, west. If you want to look at it like that. This one must be more up than left because of the pedestal. That's pretty insane, huh? And then yeah, you make it all the way with the right stamina if you make that angle correctly. That line. So again, the line there is pretty important. Yeah, another camera so you have 3 slides on screen? I mean, I could. It'd be pretty troll though. And then here. This is one of the shrines where you don't get a dialogue box pop up.
What's me? Tay.
Look, Tay rated me on my run, wow. On my PB. So you're not gonna need that because in Cryonis and Stasis you get a dialogue box saying, oh, press the rune button. But here you don't. So as soon as that text ends, you want to be holding B. Holding B and going towards the corner of this. You know, make that line. Clean lines. And I'm repeating myself, but lines. I'm sort of like right of it here. I could be... It should be standing here. That's not cool. Should be moving there. But that's because I didn't take a great line, obviously. But I want to be standing like left of the corner. And then you're good. And then move it off, push it forward. And actually see here, I don't sprint. I'm not sprinting here. I'm doing a slow walk. My stamina's full. I'm just holding forward slowly on my stick. So then Link falls off and he won't land in the water. See? Look how far away I am from the water. I got heaps of distance here. I'm nowhere close. I'm not gonna land in the water because I slowly walked in. Link doesn't have enough speed to go wee into the water. That's what I like to do at least. Or you can try and, if you don't want to do that, I don't want to walk slowly into it.
I might need to change that alert.
You can actually like stand, if you're standing like the spot I was in, you can just go up left more rather than walking forward. And you should be okay either way. But that's another optimization. Walking more up left than forward here. So I walked forward, but walk more up left.
Thank you for that.
And then again, run. And then you want to like skip half the stairs. You can like jump up here. And skip walking around. Not sure if it's faster or not, but I've seen a few people jump and skip the stairs here.
I appreciate it.
And again, you want to do a straight line. Lines. Curve around this, do a line up to straight to the block. The block. Aim for the block. And this is...
How was your game?
See, I had dodgy. Look at me, I'm wiggling all over the place. I'm like in the middle. I'm in the middle, then I'm in the right, and then I'm in the middle again. Look at that, ugly. Don't do that. That's smelly.
Stream.
See, I even suck at lines, and I got a 28. Lines are important.
Did you win?
And then boom.
Did you
Again.
win?
After that, depending on how you do the magnesis on it, you're going to be ending up right of this section. So again, just follow like the right. And start edging towards the middle. Not yet.
Foul gamer.
But I'm still sticking to the right side here. Then I move left to dodge the bullet, and then now you're straight with the shrine. So just keep right until the dude fires at you, then move left by dodging it. And then you've like, that was like a really good example of what to do then. I'll show that again. I'm keeping right, and then I move left, and now I'm in the middle section. This middle section of the floor. That's where you want to be. But I'm right, and then boom, dodge, and you're in the middle. So you're keeping that line. It's important. Who needs magnesis line? You got box launch, that's true. You don't need that. And you jump.
Victory Royale. You didn't Victory Royale? Damn. Next time.
And you actually keep walking here. While you're pushing it backwards, you can keep walking forward. But I'm actually standing still. That's another optimization you can do. I just haven't figured it out. Honestly. My hands just don't do it, so I'm slow. I'm sorry.
Thank you for the raid.
Again,
Any percentile? Bongo.
skip the cutscene at the right time. Don't be me, you're better late than early.
You got this, dude. I believe in you.
Yeah, you push it down with the bottom part of the D-pad.
Trust me. You will be number one.
And then again, here.
Believe in you.
Oh. You can hold down right. And B. If you do that, if you hold B too early, Link's gonna move forward and curve. So hold down and then move the camera. That's the way I did it at least. But you want to make a line for the left section of this pool. So I don't do box launch. I do the slab. Again, magnesis the slab. Yoink. And then I like putting it left of the pool. Here. Left of, like, in this area is pretty good. It depends. This is sort of like finicky. And it's weird. But you want to make sure you've got a little bit of it sticking out over the middle of this section. You want a little bit of it sticking out so you can actually get the hits on. Is box launch or 27 straight? Not necessarily. If you do, some people's box launches are like the same speed as doing slab launch. It just depends. I think it's like 6 seconds if you do box launch optimally. But I don't. I can't do box launch, so I do slab launch. I don't know, I don't think it's a 27 strat. It's like whenever you feel like strat, but you don't really need it until much faster times. And again, face backwards, step back.
Has been really bad today.
And that wasn't the best double hits. But you want to stand on the forward half of it. Don't move here. If you move, you're going to get yeeted. And you're going to get whacked if you're moving. On Stasis it early. So you have more gamer speed. And okay, this is very important. I'm side hopping right. I'm side hopping right before it lands. If you don't do that, you're going to take damage. You want 3 hearts. You want as many hearts here as possible. Because you're going to lose 1 heart to the Windbomb. You're going to lose between 1/4 to like 2.5, 2 3/4 of hearts here. That's how much damage the fall is going to do to you. You're going to lose 1, and you're going to lose somewhere in between this range of hearts, depending on where you land. No, it's 1 3/4. Hang on, I got that wrong. Ignore. 1/4 to 1 3/4. You're gonna lose somewhere between that amount. That's from the Windbomb, and this is from the fall damage. I can't do D. So you know you want to make sure you have your 3 hearts, or as many as you can here. Maybe I'm doing the math wrong. I can't remember. But who cares? You get the point. Yeah, backflipping works too, but going right is slightly faster in this situation.
How's our best one yet?
But it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter too much. And this is feeling. I don't really need to go over Bomber's BTB. There's tutorials for that.
Oh, we're fine. Box launch.
I don't really have like a visual cue to unequip here. I actually don't know what it is.
box line.
where you should be unequipping the save load, but there's like this X right here. There's X's here, there's an X here, there's an X here. And there's a line here. And like the X on top of that line. As soon as Link hits that, I unequip. But I don't know if that's right or not, so don't quote me on that. That's just when I do it. And I got no load, so I mean it worked.
Here we go!
Oh my goodness. Alex, thank you for the raid of 17 epic gamers. Thank you for the raid. Thanks for the good luck, Rich. Oh my god, look at all these gamers. What's up? Username is OK Osmorn. Hi Alex, thank you for the raid. How are you doing? Hello Romijo and Shiny Porpoise. Thanks for the follow. Username is OK. What's up? Pockets the Snake. We're doing some PB analysis at the moment. I got a 28 on Friday, and I haven't really done anything since. I was not at my house on the weekend, but I was planned on doing some PB analysis for the gamers who want to get some more little details and things. But yeah, thank you for the raid, Alex, and thanks for the good luck, Roonies. I'm glad you're enjoying being here, and thanks for the follow, Osmond. I appreciate it. But this was like a good bombs BTB because you want to try and land in this section here. You want to land in here because if you land here, you have to climb up here and then climb here. If you land here, you have to walk here and then climb up there. Because if you land in here, you sort of avoid a bunch of that randomness. You lose like... It saves you some time, but of course this isn't the best spot, and I had to do a really tight full damage cancel. The more you're delaying it, the quicker your full damage cancel has to be, and so that was pretty risky, not gonna lie, but you gotta go for that stuff. And those angles again weren't very good.
Did you take that? That's unfortunate. Unlucky.
See, I'm like hugging the shrine. I'm on top of the shrine. Curve around, get around the pedestal, and then curve more. Yeah, we're going for the noodle again, Majestic. Ready? You have to see the noodle.
You got 29.
Oh yeah, that's a good way to look at it too, Harm. When you have the highest point when you lose height again, Kevin pointed up. True. And this noodle, he's your friend. The noodles are always your friend. We love noodles. Aim for the noodle.
I reckon. It's all yours. It's all yours for the
Meta email is ready. Okay, Jeff. You can DM it to me if you want. It like saves a load max if you do it right. It stops the game from loading and getting you stuck in midair for a couple seconds. So it like saves a load. It manipulates the load into being a bit more friendly, and you save like half a second or something like that. And thanks Zach for the follow too. I appreciate it. I mean, I'll sort of go over this positioning.
It's all yours. It's all yours.
There's a V in the shrine here. This V, Link's head is underneath the V. That's where I stand. I think this was like in Limbicube's tutorial though. And then there's two markers on the map. There's like an X on the map here where the line goes to again. That's your friend. So why is my thing so... Okay, there we go. I was wondering why the line was so thick. Yeah, it's more like a Y, you're right. It's a Y. I guess. It looks like a V until you draw a line. I guess that's why I drew the line, but yeah. DM the Franco face link, Jeff. And then...
You'll get it.
Oh, I went out of full screen again. I still want to go over this part. Okay, there we go. That's a good poise. See this thing? This thing likes to yeet you. That's like a collision in the wall. You're safer shield jumping forward left of it, but if you land in like this part of it, that's like optimal, but it's sort of tight. See how Link's like, he's stuck inside of it at the moment, and then you can unequip and you'll be out. But you're safer off doing it left of this thing in the wall. But right's fast. Zoom.
You'll get it.
Then you're in.
PB.
And again, left trigger. Left trigger, hold that, and hold up left. Again. And then press B when the fade out's done. And you'll get that nice boost of speed here. You'll come out of the shrine sprinting straight away. Like that.
256.
We're learning. I'm glad, Alex.
It's unlucky.
Okay. I'm holding left. No worries, Alex. Enjoy lunch. Thanks for the raid again. And then I hold left and left trigger here. Well, that's not really left, but you get where I'm going. Left on the left stick and hold left trigger straight away, and you'll be moving. There's no dialogue box to mash after the pedestal, so you can just hold and go.
I've been grinding Ganon, so
15 plateaus is like, heck yeah, you know it.
I can't.
I think it was like this thing that was found a couple months ago, Harm, where if you're holding the trigger down and then holding up left and then press B as soon as the fade out's done, you actually don't stand still after being on the elevator. Because if you're just holding forward and B, Link's like stands still in front of the elevator for a little while. Like, I'll show that again. Yeah, here. See, he's moving forward left straight away. He's on the sprint, and the stamina's already gone. If you don't do that and don't hold the shield out during that black fade out, you get stuck. It's sort of like hard to see without doing like a difference between the two situations, but that's the way to get to the pedestal fast. I think it was relatively new though. It was like when I started doing any percent, people found that. I can't remember who found it though. But again, holding right and left trigger. Neutral shield jump. You want to unequip the shield before the skew frame. So that's like as soon as possible basically, but not too early. I don't think it matters if you're too early, but just get rid of it. This kills ragdoll. Now ragdoll goes bad. Ragdoll, we don't want that. Ragdoll, bad. But skew? Skew, we like skew. Skew's a tick. We love skew. Skew's our good friend, because we're going to need this for Castle BTB. Oh, that's not a C, that's an S. Castle BTB. Yeah, ragdoll's bad, just like ESC. We don't want ragdoll, because that kills our Windbomb. This breaks the Windbomb. Breaks Windbomb. So that's why you want to get rid of it. You want to get rid of ragdoll, because that's going to kill your Windbomb here. But you want skew, because skew gets you to the higher level of Castle BTB. Higher level. Or just dining hall, I guess. That's the way to think about that. You want to keep skew. So we're doing it like this, and then unequipping it, and then boom. You don't have a shield now. Keep your shield off. My angle was weird then, so ignore the scope. Just pretend Link's still straight. No, not Windbomb Willy, that's right. And then again, this is the thing in the Link's quiver I was talking about. That line. I like lining that up with this. The ledge. That's my general aim. And Link's foot be on top of the shadow. That's where I like to just set up.
It's not.
And then aim left of the black line. This like black hole's nice, but you want to be left of that line. If you aim too far right, sometimes you're gonna get dead angled. And that's not cool.
It's not on.
This is why I was talking about we need health. 3 hearts, boom, that's our first heart gone. That's 1 heart gone. Okay. And here we go, we're going, we're flying.
I'm meant to be good at Ganon.
I only lost a quarter heart. So now I lost another quarter. Now I have 1 3/4 hearts. Okay. Sometimes you can be left with just a quarter. But I landed on that top portion before landing on the bottom portion. So I didn't take damage. That's why it's important to be like, look out for your hearts. Because if you're grabbing food and you've got not 3 hearts, heal before you do it, the Windbomb. Eat food before you do the Windbomb. If you've got food, I didn't have food, but I was 3 hearts, so I was okay. And then you want to just take a line again. This line's kind of important. Take a line for this little orange orb in the wall. Line link up with that. Because this is sort of important again for the bomb throw. And then as soon as you hit this line or the square, you want to yeet that thing and then blow it up as soon as it hits the wall. As soon as that's done, run. I could have made a better line for the ladder then. You can make a sharper line to the ladder, but sometimes Link doesn't like grabbing the ladder, and that's sad. But he grabbed the ladder, he was friendly.
Top 10
And then again, you can make a line straight for the shrine here.
runners.
Where's my mouse gone? Okay. See this? You can make a line, go through that. Just pretend that's a straight line. It's hard to draw a straight line. No, hang on, wait, do I have a line tool? Oh man. Oh wait, no, I need to pay money for the line tool. Damn it! There, I wanted to go straight. For that, and you can actually jump this ledge. Yeah, if you're on the right half. If you're on the left half of it, you can jump up it. And that's pretty neat. So you like jump up half of it.
Ganon gold is at least
And then you can jump up that too.
10 seconds.
Go.
Okay.
Again, skip the cutscene at the right time. Be safe, go early. No, go late, I mean. Skip it late, don't skip it early. Bad. You're better off skipping it late than you are early, trust me. Trust me, don't try to do it too tight. Just let it go out for a little bit.
I need to pee.
No, don't skip early. No.
I'm grind on Ganon.
Ignore my motion
That
and
was unnecessary.
in the run. Just pretend that didn't happen. And again, only mashing.
When you're grinding on Ganon. Dude.
Mash, 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 mash. Bean A, bean A, bean A, bean A, bean A.
One day. I need to pee so bad.
And see, the camera's like set up for you. Don't skip. Okay, fair enough, huh? Okay, you can do that. Don't skip. This Windbomb is, there's tens and thousands of different ways to do this, but I got this from like Sketto's old setup. See how the camera angles like this? Ugh, bad line, bad line. It's like against this little corner of the pillar. And then you can just scope straight away. That's where you want to be aiming if you're in this position. And just scope. Yoink. And then now your link set up. This whole trigger, and then his foot needs to be on the line that's on this blue section. The blue line that's going down. At least, I don't think this is too tight. Well, it feels super tight because it's annoying Windbomb. Drop the second one at half. Boom it. At a quarter, then a half. Do that, and you fly. This wasn't very good Windbomb. As you can tell, I got cocked. I had too much height, and then I hit the ground really weirdly.
That's a bad Windbomb.
But it's fine. If you're not going for amiibo, if you're doing no amiibo, whistle, whatever. If you're doing no amiibo, be careful. The beetle will go away here. I'm whistling right here, the beetle's gonna go.
Everything.
I like lining up here, just to make sure I actually hit the tree. And I have a nice angle already. You can see how the camera's got the tree on the left side of the tower. It's on the left side of the tower. So that makes the arrow shot a bit more easier to aim. So make sure your camera's in a good spot here. And when it's red, cancel, yoink.
Interesting. Oh.
Yeah, that's very scary.
That was interesting.
I actually missed the jump here. So this is kind of weird. I just missed it.
Oh.
But yeah, make sure you're on the right side of the tree.
Oh my god.
And then boom, look at this. Now you got a nice angle. This is like the sweet spot to land. This is the rubble's the sweet spot. Sweet spot. I'm gonna be aiming for the rubble. Tree launch.
Ow.
And I took damage too. This is another thing to note. I took damage here. See, I'm on a heart. And in castle, there's fire. Fire is bad on the crates when you get arrows. But you need to do the fire for arrows, right? This is the speedy way to get arrows. So if you're on one heart, the fire can actually kill you. So you'll see later when I get the amiibo, I get an extra fish. I get more extra fish, plus one fish to eat. So I don't die to the fire. So this was me processing. Okay, I'm on one heart. I die to the fire sometimes. The fire can sometimes troll you and you take damage. So I'm going to need to get through somehow. If I had mushrooms, I'd be okay. But I didn't get mushrooms this run.
Ow. Ow.
But yeah, I almost died.
Hey, is that a paraglider PB?
Again, this was like, might have been a 1 second paraglider PB. But I didn't time it because I'm lazy. But whistle. This is all in Limcube's tutorial, so I won't go too much, but Link's shield is in the middle of this window section. There's a line about here, just like that line. I'm gonna be in the middle of it. Link's shield needs to be in the middle of that, and then aim for the square, the bottom right corner of the square. You're good to go.
Big ouchies.
And then you want to wait a little bit here. See how it stopped moving? As soon as the Bokoblins question mark is frozen still, you want to jump. You can wait a little bit longer, but as soon as it stops moving, you want to jump and go. Yeah, if you're side hopping, it feels bad, man, huh? And then, yeah, you know, you do the timing. This is precise. And you fly away.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay, now the thing to note here is, I actually don't have much height at the moment. I'm actually pretty low. I still have skew.
Because the fire's gonna kill me.
I still have skew. I've got skew, so I can make it to the dining hall. That's my objective. I want to get up to the top level of the dining hall, but I'm actually pretty low right now, as you can see. And I'm saying I don't have enough height. But you want to edge your way. I'll go back a bit here, so I can like show you when I start edging left. What does skew do to be? It gives you more height. Okay, see this tree right here? There's a tree right here. This lone little tree. It's before the big rock. There's a lone tree. I like to start moving, slightly moving the stick left. And as soon as the tree goes underneath the screen, and as soon as the tree disappears off the screen, that's when I start edging left. You can see I'll start now. In a second. Yeah. About like that, or the rock. It just depends on your angle. It doesn't really matter, but you want to make sure you have a straight line to the left of the pillar. I want to be to the left of this thing, because this thing's ugly. You don't like that. Trees don't like you. Feels bad, man. This game actually got me. Also, my throat's dying.
Wait, we might be fine.
Yeah, so skew's not important for the BTB if you're doing no amiibo. I'd still keep skew just for practice, Majestic. Because you can be really low and still make it for no amiibo, but this is like just some amiibo tech. If you want to get on the top floor and skip the bottom floor, you need to have skew. You don't need to, you can make it without skew, but it's not gonna happen very often. But yeah, you want to aim for the top floor if you're doing no amiibo. If you're doing amiibo, I mean. No amiibo goes down here, amiibo goes up here. But to get up here, you need skew. Skew. Skew is, I don't know, is unnecessary, etc. Can't spell. Yeah, I actually see here that I'm really low.
Fine.
Look at this.
We chilling? We're chilling.
Look at that, I'm low. I'm really low. You have to be like careful. The shield's super close to this thing too. You see my facial expression, I'm like, whoa, what the? Get me out. But I make it anyway.
Not in there.
And I hit the wall and get stuck on it.
We're chilling.
Yeah, I'm Craig Asning him.
This is a roller coaster. I agree, Julep.
I'm pretty slow on my amiibo here.
There's two. Go.
But there's two fish. As soon as I saw there's two fish, I was running. There's two fish. There's one here and there's one here. So as soon as I saw them, I cancelled the amiibo scanning and I went straight away. If there was more, I'd pick up extra fish. But you'll see here, I'll grab that fish.
Have extra fish for food.
And then I grab that fish. Now I grab this fish intentionally. I grab this one intentionally. You don't usually want this at all. You don't want any other fish. But I grabbed this one because I was only on one heart. One heart. That's a beautiful heart. So I get that extra heart and I get 2 hearts. But then I'm okay for the fire in case the fire hits me. I won't die instantly. So I'll press plus and I'll instantly eat it and heal. Now I'm on 2 hearts. I'm good to go. And I got lucky here and the bow was spawned.
Oh.
I missed. Throw it to the right and run into it.
Fish complete.
Hold B again. Mash A.
Mash A.
Mash A. And then hold B forward. Make a line for the door. You can throw sprint. Some people whistle sprint. I throw sprint here just in case things stuff up. And then right before the barrel, you want to jump and place the bomb like in the middle of the floor, in line with the barrel, and it'll blow up this section, and it'll blow up this section too. You want to get rid of them. They're bad. And run up against the wall here. See, I actually had plenty of room. This is like the hitbox. I could have been standing here and just walked in, but I'm standing against the wall in case you do place it too late and you get blown up. That's like some nice tactic. Some good tactics in case you don't get blown up. And here I'm actually going to... Okay, never mind. I was actually planning on buffering to get the cutscene to load, but I want the cutscene to load there. That's the sweet spot. Because then the Lizalfos doesn't kill you and the Moblin doesn't kill you either. But God gamers don't care when the
Where am I?
the cutscene goes. But the camera here always, whenever after that cutscene, the camera points towards the outskirts of the dining hall. Yeah, the cutscene loads randomly, so that's just the dining hall is like in the wall over here, and the cutscene's always going to point towards the dining hall after the cutscene. So I actually should have been preempting that and aiming left, but I walked forward by accident because beforehand, if you look beforehand, before the cutscene played, see my camera angle's here, and then as soon as the cutscene played, it rotated that direction.
Thank you.
So you have to be wary of the cutscene, where it points. The cutscene's going to point outside of castle, towards the dining hall. I think all the time, it should. That's my theory, at least.
Yeah. Camera angle.
So now I'm lost. Actually, it didn't point that way, it pointed behind me. So I don't know if the camera flips or not, but just be careful. I actually don't know which way the camera goes. It confuses me each time, and looking back then, why did it point that way? I don't know. I don't know which way it points. But just be wary that the camera sometimes changes. Again, I want to start whistling as soon as you get over that line in the door, the archway, get over that. Whistle, whistle, whistle. I'll check it after, Jeff. Get behind this guy and whack him with. Make sure you got the actual sword equipped, not the axe. That's important. After this, swap to the axe, back to the axe, and pick up that. And so, if you get stuck on his arm, if you're here and his arm's blocking your path, just jump, sprint and jump over it, so you don't get stuck. But I didn't get stuck, so I didn't need to jump. And pull that bow, get that, and shoot the barrel. Then line up Link's head with the corner of this barrel. Bad light. Line up links out at the corner of this barrel. Then you'll be good to jump up and destroy it. And then swing the axe again. And you want to cancel that. As soon as you see that hits, that weapon attack hits the third crate, you want to jump. You want to press X and then start mashing A to pick up all the arrows. The earlier you pick up the arrows, the better, so you won't be in the fire. So yeah, I'm picking up arrows while I'm midair right now. And that's super important. I'm midair. I'm off the ground. That's good. Because the fire has less time to spread. And I can move out the way really quickly. Pick up all the arrows, walk around, do like a U shape. When I start here, you want to walk around into here. More like here, but the fire will spread there. And this is why I got food. I got extra fish in case the fire got me. And you can see the fire took a heart. See that? The fire just took a heart off me. Where's my line? The fire took a heart. I lost a heart. So if I didn't grab that fish and eat it, I would be dead and run dice. That's why I got the extra heart, the food then. So in case I took damage to the fire. Yeah. Did I have crappy arrows? They were okay. They weren't bad. They were fine. They were good enough. I had enough to do Ganon without needing to do melee attacks, so they were good. I had a bunch of ice arrows. 7. Again, lines. Jump over that X. And then crouch straight away. I didn't mean to grab that. Don't grab that. I grabbed that because if I am on 1 heart, I grab this. If you're over 1 heart, use the food you got from the crates and eat it here. And to make sure you get over 2. You want to have over 2 hearts, not on 2 hearts. You want to have over 2 hearts for the 2 wind bombs. So you want to make sure you have over 2. So because I have 1 heart that heals 2, I'm on 3, so I'm all good. I'm over 2. You need that. And then here, this side of the pillar, Link's head. This red rug, Link's feet. You know, merge those 2 lines where they intercept. That's where you want to stand. And throw. And as soon as it lands now. That's where it's landed. It's hit the ground. As soon as the bomb hits the ground, sprint left. As soon as it hits the ground. Don't go too early. If you go too early, they will both notice you. Or this guy will notice you. So don't go early, but as soon as it hits the ground. Just as soon as you see it hits the ground, okay, you say, okay, this hit the ground, I'm going to go now. Just take it sort of slow. And I wait a second, I see it bounce again, so then I go. Then I whack him. Side hop right, or backflip, doesn't matter really. Backflips are kind of slow. Depends on your positioning. Get the fire, yoink. Run past, grab the boulder smash on your way. There. And then you just cook. Make sure the cooking icon's actually up. Make sure it's there. Don't put the food on the ground. That's sad, especially if you're doing no amiibo, because the beetle will fly away. And again, point the camera so you can actually see where you're going. And I want to aim for the door. And I've already got the bow. I already got the whatever bow that's called. The royal bow. The grey one. Not the grey one, the gold colored one. So I don't need to grab it on the way out. And then I'm aiming for this brick in the wall. For my Windbomb. I would go over Windbombs, but you know how to do them. If you're like at a higher level, midway level runner. So I'm not gonna like address that. But everyone does Windbombs differently, so you do it how you want to do it. Don't do it the way I do it if that doesn't work for you. Because I have like certain visual cues I look out for. But I will go through the visual cues, I guess. I'll go through here. Jump, place it straight away. Now see how Link's, as soon as Link's feet are straight. Link's straight now. Link's feet are straight. They're fully extended. His legs are out. And then I place the second bomb. I wait for his feet to be out, then place the second one. And then as soon as the second one's placed, instantly swap and blow it up. Look out for Link's feet. And where you place the bomb initially. This castle's pretty stinky. It's actually alright, but I did lose a lot of time during it, so I can do better than this. And you actually see I'm pretty nervous at this point in the run, so my hands are shaking. If you're paying attention to like that, you can see my dots all over the place. Look at this, it's wiggling everywhere because my hands are shaking. So I just need to relax and just breathe. All the time I was wasting, and I had to wing it then, because I was going to lose too much time. So you just have to be like, it's hard not to be nervous. But that's a problem I have personally. I get really nervous when I get to blind skip. It's because my hands are shaking throughout. As soon as I get Castle BTB, my hands are shaking.
I had to pull the trigger. Can't waste too much
But
time there.
you gotta try your best just to keep calm.
Shaky hands, yeah. You just have to pull the trigger.
You have to keep going. So we kill the blight and we win. I'm sort of like nodding my head out of epic happiness. Like, okay, I did the thing. Hold forward. That's after it fades in or out, whatever. Target and whack him as much as you can. But as soon as you see him move, cancel it. And move. I think I got double hits here. Yeah, I did too. Maybe like position Link in the middle of these two things. In between his body and his hand. You want to be in the middle, but sort of face his hand so your back's against the body, so you can get double hits. But they're pretty hard to get, these double hits.
Let's go double hits.
And I missed a few. But we're all good. We smack him.
What's up, son? We are gaming.
I want to be holding left and B here. So I'm holding left on the left stick and B. And when you want to be aiming for like just here, but so then he goes that way. Hit him twice. Now this was a mistake. I was still sprinting. If you're sprinting and you hit Y, you're going to do an attack. That's not good. Even if you hold Y. If you're sprinting and you hit Y, and the game registers a Y input, you're going to do an attack. You're not going to spin. Because you have speed, you have momentum. Link's not going to start spinning if you have momentum. So if you know how this boss works, he gets up when he gets hit 4 times. Okay? That's when he gets hit. That's when he comes back up after you hit him 4 times. So I've already hit him once, so I need to know I have to hit him 3 times now. So this is like on the fly thinking, I've accidentally hit him once, how many times do I need to hit him? Now I need to hit him 3 times. So wait, I noticed that, and I just go, spin 1, 2, 3, he gets up, and then I'll let go. And that sort of saves that mistake. So you sort of be on the fly thinking in blights again. If you make a mistake, you need to know how to recover from it. If you hit him accidentally, hit him 3 times instead of 4, then that sort of fixes that whole situation. And then hit him once, jump, and whack him on the way down. This one, hold forward, hit Y once, and then hold it to do a spin really quickly. 3 times, yoink. 3 times again. Yoink. And you actually see here that I cycle through this pretty quickly. That's what I do here for the equips. I know that there's 1, 2, 3. There's 2 things in between what I want. So I need to press the So I have to either move the stick 3 times left, or this is what I do. I hit the right bumper, no, left bumper. The left bumper. Is that what they call it? They call it, no, they just call it L. The Nintendo just calls it L. Hang on. So you hit L, you do right stick, left, and then I hit L again. And that moves it 3 spots. And that's pretty quick. You can zoom through there. So I like do combination of both the stick and the bumpers. To
Wall high, good.
sometimes when you speed it, take 5-minute phase when it's fall down. He might be. Okay, there's a few things here. You could be hitting him. You might not have got 3 hits on the last one, on the last spin, or you hit the slam too late, or the slam hits him too late. So you need to try and slam earlier then, after the 3 hits, or just start the spin earlier. So you either need to start the spin earlier, Majestic, the second spin earlier, or you're not getting 3 hits. So either that could be happening. And then again here, when you look at the Eclipse, there's 2 things in the way again. There's 1, there's 2, and that's what we need. The third one's what we need, so I need to do 3 inputs. So I do right R, then right stick, right, and then R again, and you'll get there straight away. See, that was kind of slow, but I was trying my best at the time, and I only had recently been practicing those weapon sauce. But if you get used to them, you can do that really fast. And then as soon as you see the bomb get inside of his orange circle, as soon as the bomb gets in the orange circle, blow it up. Yeet. And then walk to this right side where his small arm is. You want to be where the small arm is. Now I get owned here, I think. I don't think I get my double hits. But 3 hits, and again, that's 1, so that's just the right stick. Ooh, what is this full screen? That's just a single right stick. Left. Or a left bumper. Either or. Doesn't really matter. And see, he got up, which was sad. So I know I can get 3 hits in then. So if he gets up early, you have enough time to get 3 hits. 3 hits before he teleports away and becomes immune to damage. So you want to get 3 hits on him before he does go away and teleports.
You're a pee-pee.
Then turn around, and you can sort of like anticipate. I'd sort of spun too early, but you can try and anticipate when he's gonna come back into the into the world. And hold forward and B here. This is important. Forward on the left stick and hold B. Otherwise Thunderbolt's gonna move up into the air and you're screwed. That can happen to RNG though too. But you wanna make sure you're eliminating a bit of RNG not there. Yeah, this is all in NumCube's tutorial though.
Pretty good blights considering fire block.
Oh, sorry, I whacked the mic.
It's like not the worst thing ever.
And then you have to do one. You need to hit your weapon right. You need to swap weapons to the one that's right. So you need to right stick right straight away. You actually need to press Y first and then do that. Because you just used your bow. So you remember, you can't swap to melee weapons when you've just used your bow. So you need to hit Y and then move the right stick right in quick succession. As soon as that cutscene ends. And then here. There's 1, 2, 3. There's like 3 big shakes. After the third one, you can throw your boomerang. Move the camera so you know where it is. This is kind of slow. But then 1, 2, 3, 4. Jump and swap 2. So here you can do a right stick, left. And then you can do an L, left bumper. And you'll get straight to the claymore because you're 2 spots away from what you need. And again, turn around, get double hits. And lose like 10 seconds to gold there, which is kind of sad, but it's fine. And PB had a bad Ganon. If you can see this is a 255. Yuck. So I was going into Ganon really well, knowing that I had 30 seconds of time save here. Again, you wanna throw that if you've got it. Sometimes it's slow to throw it. It might have been slow then, because if you look, he went straight for the claw here. He's going straight for his claw attack. I think it looks like it's this claw he's moving. So this is one you'd backflip straight away. This weapon throw might have been unnecessary. Okay, Lana. I know you, but it might have been wise to not weapon throw here, because the claw attacks are really quick. So if you can flurry rush the claw attacks, you're gaming. Because if he gives you a claw attack first, that's pretty quick. That's good. If you can do that. He stuffed up. Wait. Thanks for the hugs.
Thanks for testing.
But because sometimes he'll walk. If you hit him with the claymore, he'll walk around here. Then you're kind of stuck again. That's why it's a bit dangerous to throw the claymore. But he gave me a vertical slice, and I'll give you a nice trick here. Go left. Don't go right. Right's bad. Left is good. Left puts you closer to the sword. And that allows you to cut underneath his belly here, which I will show. Yeah, exactly, Majesty, that's right. I did PB, could you say good luck? See, I'm jumping left. And I've rotated the camera. So now Ganon's like along the camera. And the sword, this is like a wall you can see, and the sword's like somewhere over here. So now I want to be holding like left. Towards this wall, sort of. But because I jumped left, I can actually go underneath Ganon here. If you look, I can go underneath his sword. See, I go under his sword. And straight for the sword. If you side hop right, you're gonna get killed there by the slam. But if you take a tight line, you're gonna get killed because you side hopped right. You just side hop left if you're gonna take a tight line, and I recommend do side hop left in that situation. Grab the sword. The flurry rush necessary. I think you should always be going for the first flurry rush regardless. But yeah, I think I should have enlisted. I didn't have a lot of bomb arrows. I actually had no bomb arrows. I had a decent amount of other arrows. But you can get like 3 or 4 hits here. I went for 4, and you should be on top of the claymore. And then you want to use like this bow is the better bow. That one, the knight's bow. That's the better bow. So as soon as you get those like hits in, those first few arrow shots in, you want to be using that for bomb arrows, because this one shoots the bomb arrows super quickly. This one has like a quicker charge time, so I like using that for the bomb arrows because it just charges quicker, and you can get a lot more bomb arrow hits in, and I think that bow does more damage, so you want to be using the bomb arrows for that bow. I think it does more damage. Don't quote me, but I think it does. So when you're using that bow for your bomb arrows, and you want to keep 4. So I've got 4 now, and I'm going to swap arrows. Bow breaks. And he's going to get on the wall. So then as he gets on the wall, we want to run towards the middle. Try to aim for his head. If you don't get headshots, it's fine. And then again, swap to the non-bomb arrows. As many headshots as you can. Just try and mimic Ganon's movement. If Ganon moves this way, you go this way. If Ganon moves this way, you go this way. If he moves this way, you go this way. If he moves this way, you go this way. Just mimic it as much as you can, because then it keeps the reticle in the center of his head. If you're holding the target button. And then right here, okay, see how he's gone for a laser? If you're low on arrows, if you don't have if you had like no arrows left, you need to parry this. Parry, parry, parry. I had 7 arrows and 2 bombs. I had 7 and 2, so I know I was still okay on arrows, and I don't need to parry that laser to go in for melee hits. So I can still keep going with shooting him with my arrows. And see, again, if I was low on arrows, that laser needs to get parried. And if you parry that laser, you go in for melee hits, you whack him, and then you parry his slam, and then you whack him more. Hit, plus parry slam, then hit more. That's if you parry laser. All these are low arrows. That's if you have low arrows. You parry laser on low arrows, hit him, parry the slam, and then hit him again. Of course, that's some difficult stuff that requires practice, but it's good to know how to do when you have low arrows, because it speeds up your low arrow gunners. But I didn't need to do that because I still had 3 arrows left. You could see then that I had 1 normal arrow, and I had 2 bomb arrows, so I had 3 left. 3 left. So I knew that I was okay, and I didn't need to parry that laser then. By looking at Ganon's health.
Oh, Pog champion.
And then here. Stand there and wait for him to attack you, because he has to walk forward first. You can see here, he has to walk forward to get in range of you. So wait for him to walk forward, and then attack. And as soon as he attacks, you swap to your sword and run backwards. And stay at the wall until he brings up his laser. Now you want to stand where you're comfortable standing here. The closer the better, but the weirder it is to time. I like just standing in this arc here. And that's usually a nice distance to parry it. And you notice, like, after that I crouch. You can see Link's crouched here. So as soon as you parry, as soon as you see the slow motion parry animation happen, you want to crouch. You want to hit the left stick in. You want to hit it in. And then you like cancel some of the slow animation of the parry. Although it is a little bit risky, and don't press it early. Press it as soon as you see you know you've parried. And you want to go for 3 hits. Side hop right. Go to the boulder smasher again. And then again, you know that's 2. You're here. You're here. You need to get here. So you just left stick, left, and then you hit the left bumper, and you get there quickly. Now, I like moving. I like starting at this hand. I like moving to this hand's position and stand in between those 2 legs, I guess. They are legs. And then start spinning towards him and curve around these legs into his belly, his abdomen. And yoink him in there. And if you got this message that it's damaged, good work. You got a good amount of hints. That's good. If it doesn't really matter if you don't get that message. You just lose like a hit or 2. But that's fine. It doesn't matter, but you should be happy if you see that. And then again, turn around. I like positioning Link between the spear and his abdomen, like in the middle. Between those 2. But make sure you face Link this way before starting the spin. So you get double hits on his abdomen. But I like moving further towards his abdomen as the spin progresses. And you want to hit him there as soon as you see his shield go down. I like pointing it out in a bit. Then you want to spin again. Make sure you're facing outwards. Slam. Then hit him again during that fall down. Yeah, it's like a bit after it goes into the ground, but not too much after. Like, no. Hit him again. Just want to keep continuing that cycle, I guess. You can see he's on a slither of health now. He's on this like tiny portion of health, so you don't need to do spins again. Just throw your weapon at him and then do a few hits on your sword. And then you'll be good. See, I throw it. I go for a few hits on the sword. And then he's dead. Gone.
Oh my god.
I'm breathing a sigh of relief here. I'm laughing. I'm smiling. I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm gaming.
The Ganon still sucked, but it's not 50 seconds. It's not a 256.
He's gonna stand near his left hoof. This isn't precise at all, but this is pretty self-explanatory.
Oh my god. How the heck do you run against this? How do you run against...
Then as soon as Zelda says that line, you move.
Get a 14 plat. True.
Imagine I dodged up, it's pretty sad. I sort of stuffed it up here, but it would be aiming in his right knee first.
Get a 14 plat.
The knee that's right of you. And you can like start aiming now. And like keep it there, and you can time it before it actually shows up. I didn't do a good job of it here. I actually cancelled my shot. See, I cancelled it. Wait, no, I didn't. No, that was the PB before it. Ignore me. But you shoot that one, then jump up, and then full time. And shoot those ones. That knee's a little bit dodgy. The second knee's dodgy. Like if you aim here, you're gonna miss. You need to be aiming like. If you see his like knee texture, sort of like bends in like that. You have to be like careful where you're aiming.
Those facts.
Sort of something you get used to. Then just keep chilling. Yeah, I've aimed in the middle before and I've missed Majestic. It's really weird.
Yeah.
It's like left middle-ish. You can miss. But then here, I like aiming for this like pattern in his skin. Or like the center of his shoulder. You can see this is his shoulder. This isn't a very good pen color for gun, like right in his shoulder. And in the middle of it, you can see this like line, it's like a wave. It's like another line going into it. You want to aim in the middle of that. And then as soon as you hear the noise of it going blink, then you just jump, you shoot and jump. And you get it mid-air. And boom, that's 3. Yoinked. Stand under him, see what he does if he moves forward. Go with him forward, like so. If he goes left, rotate with him. Ka-chow, ka-ching, ka-ching. And then like aiming here again. That was pretty YOLO though, not gonna lie. You can see his like chest line. Here. It's like his line. It's about like here. So this is sort of like another feeling thing you have to go through. But it's like he's got lines on his belly that go down, and then he's got lines like this. And it's usually just pick the line that works for you and your timing, and then shoot it before it appears when the ding happens. You hear the ding, you shoot.
Here we go. Oh, you're okay, horse.
Again, the horse got trolled, but that doesn't matter. Make sure you actually see Dark Beast here, and don't jump off the horse early. Jump off it later as soon as the eyeball actually visibly pops out, and then bullet time. That'd be like me and lose PBs to Dark Beast, because I smell. But you know, in summary, I guess, lines are important. Oh wait, I can't even like. Nice handwriting. No, you wanna do your lines. Lines. Mix and match setups, I guess. Match setups to suit you. No. The noodle's cool. Don't forget noodle. I won't say noodle because it depends on your shrine clip things, but you know, shrine clip noodle. Yeah, never stop running. Keep sprinting. Sprint. And the biggest tip of them all, gamers, ready for this? You're gonna be mind blown. This is gonna give you a 26 time. Watch. Practice. Practice. That's all it is. Practice. Practice, practice, practice. And you win. I mean, there's not really like a thing I can summarize because there's all like random little things I spoke about. What's a practice? It's when you turn your switch on. You open up the game. You do stuff. You practice. And I mean, for practicing, you can set up different profiles. Like you can have one profile for like crier. You can have another. Oh my god! You can have stop pen. Relax. Oh my god! Stop. Stop. You can have for crier. Like this is switch profiles. You have one for crier. One for mag. One for bombs. Paraglider. One for castle BTB. I guess you can have one for blight scanning too. But I mean, I'd say those ones are your most important. Ignore paraglider. That one you can sort of just ignore and do with bombs. And same with, you can ignore blight scanning and do with castle. You can sort of like merge these two together if you wanted to. Those are like how I'd structure switch profiles if I was using the switch. If I didn't have homebrew like I did, I'd be doing switch profiles like that. I mean, yeah, just watch other runners. Join the Discord. Ask for help. Don't be a bum. Ask for help. There's no shame in asking for assistance with things. People are more than happy to help. But yeah, I mean that's it really. That's all I have to say.